Van Vliet, and he goes behind his back and saves it to Jalen Green, and here come the Rockets again. He'll pull up. Oh, touched every part of him, and that gets poked away by Adams. Here comes the man Thompson. Has Dort backtracking and dunks it down.
We talked about the big key playing with force.
They defend the Thunder. They get the turnover. Bad pass. Here comes Thompson again.
There you go. Get downhill with force.
His season-high scoring this year came against the Rockets. Van Vliet from Adams to Şengün, and again Alp right around the rim. Three for his first three.
With Steve
Rim well. Basically, only the Cavaliers defend it better. Hartenstein scores. And what a year he's had.
And Craig, we'll keep an eye on this. And I don't
swing it around to Gilgeous-Alexander. Working on Thompson, loses him. That's not easy to do, and he did knock down the Jimmy from the foul line.
Yeah, Shea is tough in attack mode, and it went right at Lou Dort. Was not shy.
SGA over the top of Tate, gets too quickly back the other way.
And he's in one of.
Gets turned back by Tari Eason. Now to Cason Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander, and that little looper is good. He's four.
That help comes. He dished off the first time he missed. Second time he made Oklahoma pay.
Yeah, there he is again. He leads the league in drives and points off drives. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Rockets will push tempo again. There's the lob, and there's the incredible reverse jam by Jalen Green.
They're going to compete, and that's why those offensive lulls have been there. So Houston right now answering the question of, right now Jalen Green is the guy stepping. Have been spectacular so far.
And this season, as he finds Şengün, swings it to Jabari, now to Tari. Good ball movement, misses the three of the rebound. To Oklahoma City, the Rockets. Oh, and there we go.
Kara from the merch shop reached out to me.
By the way, we really appreciate the fact that they're using us to merch. It's really cool. We really do think it's cool. All kidding aside.
The Rockets have great merch, and I have a feeling the merchandise shop.
We'll see.
But then I'm going to have to go for 40.
Just to rub it in.
Well, let's hope Jalen Green
Gilgeous-Alexander at the first quarter game clock winding down, misses, and it ricochets out of bounds, and that'll do it for what was a really good start by the Rockets. They shot 54% from the field, have two guys in double figures. Thompson with a big blur. Eason out of Van Vliet.
Hartenstein, a former Rocket, and Steven, a former Thunder.
And there's Fred Van Vliet's first 2 points of the game, and Will doesn't take the shot. Now to Caruso, to Hartenstein, back to him, sets the pick, and allows him to take that elbow J, which he makes.
That's off to OKC. That's where Houston's been really good tonight, just attacking.
Hartenstein loops it in. He's 3 for 3. Catches it at the elbow. Backs him down, whirls, and scores.
That's the right play. So Hartenstein got locked.
Wallace falls down. Şengün into the lane. Adams, another putback.
Just throw it to the rim, and good things happen.
No question. Had a terrific start to this game. Works around the top of the circle. Now dancing on Dort. Kicks it to Thompson. Another three for him. You bet. That's 2 triples for a mentor.
What the name is yet, we'll try to find out. Maybe Vanessa can get a call, but fun stuff so far.
Oh my gosh, it's 14 straight points now for the. This is as good as we've seen this group play this year.
Yeah, if you had to draw it up without Dylan Brooks, this is exactly what you'd like.
Tank Dell was here. Here's Chet. And he makes another 3. They've only made 5, make it 6. He's made. Rockets can't get the rebound. Inside a minute to play in the first half.
He's so strong, man. I mean, he gets down, he gets under those shoulders and just take a breather. Jalen will get aggressive.
Green into the lane, draws a crowd, finds Tari in the corner. Just great so well and defends so well. So a lot of work left for Houston as Green works his way into the paint. To Tari, opposite corner this time, missed it off the back of the iron. Rebound poke.
Extremely vertical. There's no build-up. They just got right to it.
So the Rockets led by as many as 23. The Thunder did manage to score the last 7 points.
Complacent here.
That's tapped in by Hartenstein. Rockets want an offensive basket interference call that is not going to happen.
What you can't have is turnovers that lead to buckets.
Şengün hook shot good. 22 for Alfred Şengün. He's 2 on Green. Now up top to Van Vliet. To Şengün just inside the 3-point line. and he makes the jumper.
Yeah, I don't think Hartenstein knew that.
That's 24 for Şengün. Holmgren, the ball fake to reset the shot, and another triple. He's got 5 of them. Timeout Houston. It's in the last 30 seasons. Jalen Green in the air, switches, missed, tapped in. Steven Adams, and Jalen Green took a bit of a hard fall as well.
That double.
Oh, how about that wrap around the Wallace, but he can't get off a shot into Williams. It does, and he scores.
Again, you have to stay efficient.
From the corner, looking to get it in, does to Van Vliet. Slips by Gilgeous-Alexander, and believe it or not, that ended up being really easy against a team where 20. He's their leading scorer. There's Eason to Smith. Good ball movement to Tate up top for 3.
That is great basketball. And how about Jason Tate, man? He hadn't played it. Got to
They
match
have
up.
5. The Rockets have 4. Eason slow to recover. Behind the back of Williams again, and he lays it up and in.
Nasty there from Jay.
That was nasty. Jump for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes Van Vliet to a wide open Jason Tate. Another 3, his 3rd. How about the minutes tonight? That's correct.
Craig, I think we appreciate how you never turn off. You're always in go mode, man.
14-footer, good for Smith. And the Rockets have outscored the cutting Tate, but the pass was not quite on the mark. SGA in the open floor right to the rim, so that's a couple of buckets in a row for him. Monster trucks?
Yeah, wedge action here for Şengün.
Here's Van Vliet, and he ends what was a 6-0 run by Oklahoma. Fritz picked his spots here in this game, but he's been a very effective doing so. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander a leading 3. That's his first make from.
Got to give him some extra attention, but Şengün has the option to either run wedge or slide into wedge roll.
Van Vliet misses there, trying to get that 3 points. Van Vliet to Şengün. In on Holmgren. Spins through a double team, misses everything.
That's special. You got to be efficient because they really swarm those drives.
Take Gilgeous-Alexander on Eason, blocks the shot. Ball is loose, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by inbounds. 1.7 again to play in the 3rd. Comes into SGA, the ball fake, got it blocked again. Oh, they're going to call a foul. There was a foul. Now they're going to do. And then the Bulls in 97 and the Lakers in 1972 also won 69 games as Wiggins makes it from the corner.
It's good, man. It's Oklahoma City can beat you in so many ways.
Tough shot. Jalen Green over Holmgren gets it to go. He's got
runs. They're going to make adjustments, and we've seen them.
Holmgren. That is number 6, and that is a new career high for.
Well, you really have. You got more powers than I have. Oh my God! Amir got leveled.
Yes, he did on that pick by Hartenstein. Got to give Wiggins a lot of credit. They'll staying in front of Van Vliet. Here's the elbow J, and Jalen Williams now with 24.
The game plan also. But again, you know, he gets his confidence with Steven Adams out there. That's got to be a push-off, man.
Back to Hartenstein, who got fouled. That will count and 1.
I mean, shit. Watch out here in the short roll.
Van Vliet to Green for 3.
Pick your poison. He had Şengün on the right and Green on the left.
Line comes off that Hartenstein screen. There's the help by Şengün. Williams working baseline, snuck underneath on the other side and laid it up and hit.
Got to stay with Williams defensively.
Poked away by Williams. Just ripped it away from Jalen Green and dunked it down.
Jalen knew it. We talked about it. You can't get complacent.
Drives and kicks. Thompson working baseline. Inside to Green. Got to get the shot off. He does. And he made it.
Way to stay with it.
3 games this year by double figures. Now, they've only lost 12, period. But when they lose,
oh my
they
goodness.
rarely lose by double figures as Will. Spinning on Holmgren, dunking on Holmgren. Oh, he just lost him.
Jalen Green together as a duo. This is the best we've seen those two play in a major game in the league.
This is just the 4th time that Oklahoma City's been beaten by 10 or more points. It's their 2nd biggest loss of the season, and the Rockets